Hello, welcome to Jadekind Gaming. My name is Adam. Today, I have some boxes to unbox that expand upon the Hero Quest game system that I recently got. I got it through their crowdfunding from Hasbro Pulse, and in doing so, I also got the Kellar's Keep quest pack and the Return of the Witch Lord quest pack, both of which were released for like the original game. Like I had from my childhood set, I had Kellar's Keep. I didn't have Return to the Witch Lord, so that's something that's completely new to me. And also the contents of a box that came from getting it through the crowdfunding, which a couple of which are, they mentioned are exclusive, and I'll point those ones out, but most of which have not been declared exclusive, which means they may later end up being repacked in further quest packs or such, somewhere down the line and being available. Since I recorded the game system unboxing, they have finally made that available. I think it's still on pre-order, but where, people that want to get it after the crowdfunding can just, order it now. So far, the other products have not been shown up there, but I'm sure they will at some point once, more people get their hand on the game system. Anyways, I will go through opening these up, and I think the first one I'm going to do is Kellar's Keep. Just, again, art very much inspired by the old art, but the new style. The back lists the contents, of course. And so, can the heroes rescue the king in time? So these are packed, because the game system was packed very nice. So, we get, again, quest book, another design your own adventure back here that includes some of the new tiles that can be added from the new stuff. I'm going to use it. Hold on. Quest 10. So there are 10 quests in here. At the front we get Alchemist Shop saying new things to buy. The rules sort of built in for, because there are some new items, new tiles to be laid down, etc. So rules for those. A new introductory message, and then going into our quest 1, working very much the way things did in the others. Map at the top, introduction, and notes for Zaltar, Zargon. Notes are Zargon's eyes only. So I don't want to focus on those because those are the quests that Zargon would run you through. Oh, I remember this. Okay. Then we get some cardboard bits, which you can tell each. You can see all the points where they pop out. Stairs to ascend and descend levels. Fractured tablet map. These glowy hands. The weapon forge. Brick walls. A cliff side piece. Very reminiscent of him being on the edge of a cliff in the art. Trapdoors, pits, a rolling ball. This looks like some sort of mummy statue. On these ones, the back is all blank. So these are all one-sided. Cards on top of some figures here. Just lifting this out, but it should just be nothing else below. Okay. Sure. So these are mostly repeats of figures that were in the core set. Looks like we have 2 of each of the 3 goblins here. We got 2 of each of 3 different orcs here. No, of each of 4 different orcs here. Those 2 as well. 3 abominations. So those are all repeats of stuff that we already had. You just now have more monsters to put folks up against. And then from the instructions, there were the extra different doors. So we have new doors. We have iron entrance door, this creepy face here, and wooden exit door, which is to say in these adventures, instead of just having to go from the stairs and then back to the stairs, you enter and exit through doors. So almost like you're in a massive keep and just going from area to area. And then don't want to forget to look over the cards. Ooh. Focus. So, there's some equipment, and the rest are artifacts. Again, one of the things I most enjoy with this is just how much this feels like the same art. Are these the same? Yes, so this little shop, alchemist shop at the beginning, that you can buy between quests, those each also have cards. Potion of Battle, Potion of Dexterity, Potion of Restoration, and a Venom Antidote. So, those are the cards. Some extra figures, the tiles to have more variety, and this is really what you're getting. Is you're getting the 10 quests to expand on the game. That is the main thing that you are getting this for, is extra quests. So that is the Kellar's Keep quest pack. So going into Return of the Witchlord quest pack, it should be very similar in aim as far as what you're in for. Because the whole point of this is the extra quests. Because the quests are your adventures. They're like they're your replayability. And again, with the build your own, you can... Okay. You can, make your own. But as far as having default ones, again, build your own at the back here. And on these, they have specifically the stuff that's in this pack. So the extra monsters that you get more of, that's what they have here. The extra tiles, that's what they have here, so that you can add that to it. Again, it's going to go over artifact cards and 10 quests in this one as well. Would appear same group of potions from the alchemist shop in this one. Again, going over some stuff here. Just, the new stuff in it. Another message from Mentor, and right into the quest. And oh man, even just looking at quest 1, look at how many skeletons are just... Oh my god, that's a lot. That's a lot to fight. So these may be more challenging than some others. So again, blank on the back. And on the front, we have a few things. Coffins. So little cardboard tiles for coffins. What does it say? Bone pile and death mist. So little tiles for that. The throne room, which I don't have Return to the Witchward, but I feel like I had or have seen, I recognize what this art is based from. I've seen this before, and this is a piece that can go and go over top of a room or multiple rooms on the main board to make it into one big throne room. A revolving room, which it looks like it has a whole gear structure here, but where you could exit here, turn it here, turn it here, turn it here. So there are different doors depending on conditions being met Then extra little walls, trapdoors, pits. You know, just cardboard tiles. Again, in here we have iron entrance and wooden exit doors. And we get 4 zombies, 4 mummies, and 8 skeletons. Again, all the same as were in the main game, but just more of them. And I think that Quest 1 showed off just what that can mean as far as being able to just fill a room with just a ton of skeletons. Again, only risking ruining, spoiling the first quest of it, because that's the thing you play for. You know, that's the point of the. Those are no fun if they're spoiled. Again, cards for equipment. The rest are artifacts. Just some. I think the spell scrolls are, in fact, the same spells as Wizard and Elf can have. And then we get those same equipment items as before, because there's the alchemy shop in this one again. So again, just another little assortment. For more quests. And finally, we have the box that has the Mythic and Heroic contents, which is to say the things that you got just for backing the crowdfunding campaign, and then for backing the mega pack that includes the quest packs and this extra stuff. So, so this, I mean, very simple little box here, because this packaging is basically only available through the crowdfunding, or I'm sure you can find it on eBay from people that got it for there. But the contents, most of the contents will be available elsewhere eventually, at least in theory. Also, it seemed like this. There were a couple, like the last stretch goal wasn't reached, but it seems they decided to include the contents of it anyways. Yeah. So I don't yet know what all these are, of course, so I'm going to start quickly with these. Yeah, because this stretch goal was not reached. So we get 3 quest books. We get Spirit Queen's Torment, which has 14 quests in it. So there's 14 quests there. We get the Crypt of Perpetual Darkness, which has 10 quests in it. And that's going to tell me what these rooms are, or these tiles are. So we have, in the cardboard punch-outs, we have Grasping Vine Traps, we have Acid Pool Traps, we have Dread Skulls, we have a Tavern Room. Okay. Alright, Joe, what you up to? And with this Temple? Yeah, a Temple Room. So, yeah. So we have some fancy cardboard bits. Then our last, Prophecy of Kellar. 1, 2, 13. Has 13 quests in it. So these 3 quest books, they did not promise would not be available elsewhere later. So they may each end up becoming their own quest pack at some point in the future. Who knows? The heroic contents, since some people only got those, are in its own separately wrapped little box. Funny. I'll keep going here. No, because there's less to break down here. Let's go into this. So this box, and so this box contains a number of things that are kind of exclusive. We have this guy. This guy isn't exclusive. He's one that they have said is only available through the crowdfunding, and this dude is for an escort mission in the main rules that tells you just to use another figure that's not used in that adventure to proxy for him, and that's the way it was in the old game. But for this one, they have given him his own figure. So that is an exclusive, but obviously not necessary. It was never necessary in the old version of the game, so you don't need him. Then we get these four. So these four, they have said, are exclusive to Pulse. Not exclusive to the crowdfunding, but exclusive to Pulse, which means that you're not going to get these in your store, but if you get the game or whatever, there's a way, there will be future ways for them to distribute them through their own sales platform. This is the dwarf, same as before, same as normal dwarf except female. This is the barbarian. Again, same as before, same rules, same stuff, just female. We have the elf. Same rules, same as before, just female. That's the wizard. If I said elf, my brain says I think I might have said elf. Here we have the elf. Again, same rules, same as before, except male. So basically you can have either gender of any of the heroes. That, they've said, is exclusive to Pulse, but not exclusive to the crowdfunding. In the set here, we have 6 extra dice. So those would be the same as before, the same that we know. Check here. Do we get more monster cards? No. Saw that. Okay. So the dice are the same. I think a lot of these are different sculpts. So I'm actually going to take all these out and we'll look at them. So there is an alternate goblin sculpt, and there are 2 of this figure. Obviously, rules are same as any of the other goblins, but just another sculpt, and there's a couple of those. There is an alternate abomination sculpt. This one, rawr. There are 2 of those. There is an alternate orc sculpt. Big ol' hammer. There are 2 of those. There's an alternate skeletal sculpt. This one pretty cool, like looking all armored and everything. This is another one that has me going back on, do I want to paint him? No, I shouldn't. I love the classic look of just stuff. There were 2 of the skeletons, of course. Alternate mummy sculpt as well. 2 of these. The white material is harder to get into focus. 2 of this alternate zombie sculpt. And finally, 2 of the Dread Warrior alternate sculpt that is in here. So a number of things that we get pairs of just new sculpts, new looks to keep variety on the battlefield. We get 1 alternate Dread Sorcerer sculpt. So, different look for that. Which can be useful if you have, an adventure that, you kill the Dread Sorcerer, which is the boss, and then the next quest has a Dread Sorcerer as a different boss. Just, keeping it varied up. We have one alternate sculpt for the Gargoyle. All these alternate sculpts are things that they have not said are going to stay exclusive. They don't necessarily have any release product with them yet, but that doesn't mean they won't eventually. When they package up the quest books that they made for this, I'm sure that some of these will be available in that. For example, this guy is assuredly going to be in the Crypt of Perpetual Darkness because it is like a figure for that adventure. This is not an alternate. This is a dragon. There was no dragon in the game before. Also, still on a 1-inch base. So, really committing to that. Everything's a 1-inch base. But yeah, so we have a dragon on a pillar. Alright. We have one of the sculpts that is promised as exclusive to the crowdfunding. So this one is one that you would have to find through eBay or something or whatever. They have said that they are not reproducing this one. This is the Witchlord figure. Again, one that you would just use, I think you use the Dread Sorcerer for. Well, now you have, a dedicated mini for that character. Not necessary, but adds a variety, so it is an exclusive. And the last exclusive is Mentor. Mentor is the one who has sent you on your journeys in the first place. He's the one at the beginning of each quest. In the main ones, here you go. You see him in the book. He is an exclusive from the crowdfunding. And he has its own hero card that is exactly the same as the wizard. He is just an alternate appearance version of the wizard. The exact same mechanically, doesn't do any... Again, none of the exclusives really keep you from doing anything in the game. They're just some alternate sculpts, and in this case, also an alternate art on the card. Has Mentor as the wizard instead of the young wizard. We do, however, and this is super weird for me, have 3 alternate heroes. This is weird for me. Okay, so we have the Bard. This is the thing where I'm like, ooh, I don't know, could they do this? Is this something that they can do? So they have the Bard. And the Bard has its own rules and its own stuff. We have the Warlock. Again, another new hero? Can we do that? The Warlock has her own rules. Her own stuff. And the Druid. So these are the ones I feel are most shaking things up for the way the game works. So we have in here, from the back, we have a couple artifacts, surely from the other quest books. So we have a couple of those, and then there are 3 Warlock spells, piece of equipment that ties to the Warlock, 3 Bard spells. I'm guessing that equipment probably ties to him, and 3 Druid spells. I will note the back of these just use the character art. But so the Druid gets Life Force, Pixie, and Shapeshift. So new spells that, unlike the core game and how those spells are chosen from the elementalists. Like these are just spells for the druid. The dagger, and then rapier, so some extra weapons there, and then inspiring tale, healing song, and lullaby are bard spells. The wand is a piece of equipment that can only be used by the warlock, so it's warlock specific equipment. And demon form, fear, and dark wings are all warlock spells. And again, those are the things that most, to me, feel like they're shaking up the game. I'm like, as far as like when I sit down to play the game, I'm probably not going to give those as options, at least not in the core game. I'm probably going to tell my players, hey, play the main ones. Later on, they want to switch over as we go, maybe through the quest packs. Definitely by the time we're getting to these new quest books, I'm like, yeah, sure, let's try it out. Those feel very much like mixing something up in the game. Because there are quest packs. There have always been quest packs that add new quests, and that's normal. So adding new quest books didn't feel strange at all to me, but the new characters, and then with a different way of spells being distributed, because in the main game it's always the same 12 spells, it's just which ones does the wizard have, which ones does the elf have, that changes. So this just feels very different to me. How is it balanced? I have no idea. But anyways, so right now, this pack as a whole, only really available secondhand. And like I said, a few of the figures are going to be like that, where they told us those are only in the crowdfunding. But none of the figures that are crucial. None of the new stuff. All the stuff for the new quests and all the new classes, none of those have they said are exclusive. Those are just, but we're getting them first. But yeah, so that is a lot of Hero Quest, and that feels like a lot for them to move forward with, because like I said, they're already now selling the game system in general, although I don't know if it's made its way wide, but it's, they're starting to sell that on their website. Sure, coming up after that will be the quest packs, and it feels like they have what they need to market these, where they bundle up, say, a quest book, one of the new heroes, and a few of the alternate sculpts figures, and they manage to bundle that together, and they make possibly 3 more quest packs going down the line with that. That does not seem unreasonable to foresee that coming down the line. But it's Hero Quest, and it's back. And I've had this old copy on my shelf for so very long. My brother makes jokes about, supposedly it was his first. Pretty sure my mom bought it for both of us. He's just older, so. But at one point, I took it into my collection, and I've kept it. And he said things like, man, I've been thinking, I'd love to play that. And he said so probably about a year ago. To which I look at him, I'm like, if you'd had it, would you have kept it? And he's like, no, I'd gotten rid of it when I wasn't interested in it for a year. And then you'd be regretting it. And I'm like, but I have it. And now I have the new stuff. And I look forward to playing it, and hopefully with him. That'd be cool. And hopefully on the channel. Hopefully I'll manage to bring Hero Quest content to the channel. That would be fun. But yeah. Hero Quest is back. And quite expanded. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube stuff.